Hello everybody, this is Maniac4Bricks, and welcome to Fridays with Maniac4Bricks. Believe it or not, if you were to classify me between an introvert and an extrovert, I'm actually more of an introvert. And that doesn't mean that I want to sit alone in a dark room all the time, it just means I prefer more time to myself and with smaller groups of people, and talking maybe one-on-one with somebody instead of being with a really large group and bursting with energy. Sometimes I just lose enthusiasm, and that's just how I am as a person. Everybody's different. But I have to admit, it was really fun for me to start meeting LEGO people outside of the internet and in real life. The first time that I met LEGO fans in person was also my first LEGO convention. But it was also my first convention of any fandom, so there's definitely no pressure here. It was exciting to see all kinds of mocks by other people in person, and it was also exciting to meet Bricks on the Dollar and TMX Brick Notes in person. I still talk with them every so often, and I check out their channels even to this day. In that same Brickfest Live, I learned that I could be a part of a LEGO user group full of LEGO adult fans that build their own mocks and bring them around to different conventions and local events. So that's how I started with signing up with Garden Slug, which opened the door to meeting more LEGO fans in person. While they're not ones that I know through the YouTube community, they're still cool people that I still enjoy being around even to this day. I'm saying that a lot in this video, aren't I? Usually each of us would build our own mocks and maybe help out with a couple pieces every so often or different figures, but more recently in 2016 we were able to develop a Star Wars collaboration with the help of my friend Jesse from the Garden Slug. We were able to put together a whole bunch of our stuff and make a really cool rebel base invasion. Some people would develop the base, some people had the vehicles, some people modified the backgrounds. I personally had more of like this coastline area, which I'll still bring to conventions even now, and it's a really cool experience when you see everything to go together. It even won an award at one of the brick fairs. In 2015, I was interested in this other convention that was in my area called a video game con. This happened in September, and I decided to go just as a day guest. I was happy to learn that as one of the special guests that was there was Baron von Brunk, somebody that I followed for some time before then and was really interested in their artwork. You see, Baron von Brunk is really good with LEGO, electronics, and video games. If you had to describe his work, that's pretty much summing all three of those things together in some capacity. He decides to build all kinds of classic video game stuff in LEGO form, but also have it electronically connect either to video games or to just having lights through them. He's even done a couple of videos on his remarkable works, so you can check those out in the link description below for his YouTube channel. I'd say probably the one you would recognize right away is his giant version of an NES controller, which I had the pleasure of actually playing at a video game con. It was hooked up to a game of Tetris on the NES, so you could actually move each of the large buttons that were made out of LEGO pieces. They would press electronic bits underneath the NES controller, and they would work inside of the game like a giant NES controller would. So it was a really fun experience, and it was great to talk with him throughout the convention for that day. Over time, I decided to take more day trips to go to different conventions, including Philly Brickfest 2016, where I was able to meet a lot of people from the LEGO YouTube community. And some of them might even be watching this video, so shout out to all of you at 2016's Philly Brickfest. It was really nice to meet you all in person and get to check out your mocks even just for a day trip. It was really exciting to see everybody was in one large table display, so you could really get a feel from person to person what everyone's building style and interests were. I really enjoyed a lot of different things that people built, and they'll still bring them back even for future conventions, as I've seen in Philly Brickfest in 2017. When this time, I wasn't there for a day trip, but rather for an overnight for a couple of days, and was presenting along with these people. It was fun with the convention itself, getting to see everything around, but it was also fun outside of it, where we had different activities in the convention center itself, sometimes going out for dinner, or bowling, or other activities, and it was really just one of the highlights that I had for the year. Even though it was a larger group of people, there were still people I was comfortable with from the YouTube space and really enjoyed talking to, even for a little bit at a time. Even sometime later, I got back together with some of these people when we went to Buffalo, New York for a Brickfest Live event. So it was really fun to even walk around the city with them or just have dinner outside of our hotels and even visiting for pools, like things like that. I actually remember an experience at Brickford, Virginia in 2017, where somebody walked up to me and recognized I was Maniac4Bricks. I was very polite with them, even though they were kind of shy, and walked right away after asking me if I was Maniac4Bricks. You know what? I totally get it. I was very nervous when I started meeting LEGO fans in 2014. And even now, I still am kind of nervous around new people that I've known for some time on YouTube. In fact, at Video Game Con 2017, a month after Brick Fair, Virginia, I was really excited because I had the opportunity to meet the gaming historian himself, Norman, in person. And I thought at most I would get to just see him at a table and say hi to him, but no, I was able to be part of his panel, not only watching it, but also as a guest speaker. You see, he has a panel every so often at a video game convention, and will bring along a pseudo Jeopardy game. I was able to be one of 4 contestants, I was Watermelon, and was able to answer questions based on his gaming historian videos. I did feel a little embarrassed. I didn't remember everything from the videos though, but I still had a fun time engaging with other video game fans on something that we all have enjoyed on YouTube. I was still able to talk with Norm a little bit afterwards, and he was a very chill guy. I have to admit, I was more nervous than I needed to be, because he was a very kind guy. He really took things very smoothly, he was not having a problem with anything, and I was happy to buy a t-shirt from him at a video game con. So I started this video with saying that I am an introvert. I like more time to myself and in smaller groups of people. But it does seem like I know a lot of different people from the LEGO community and don't mind being around them when we meet up in person. I understand I can't talk with everyone at once, but if I get to have a little conversation with everyone, that works fine with me. I'm still able to get to connect with them in some way and still enjoy their company, even at different events. I'm looking forward to more of that in 2018. So thank you for watching this video, hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time with more LEGO videos. Let me know in the comments below what your experiences have been with meeting LEGO fans in person. Did they recognize you? Maybe you introduce yourself as your sig fig? Let me know in the comments down below, and we'll see you next time with more LEGO videos. There have been multiple conventions since then that I've opened up to, even for day trips such as Philly Brickfest 2016, and there have been other conventions that have opened up to going to day trips, even... It just means I prefer more time to myself and with smaller groups of people, and talking maybe one-on-one with somebody instead of being with a really large group and bursting with energy. Sometimes I just can't get it up. Wait, no, that's it's terrible context. Oh, no, you gotta cut that out.